We got to keep talking about some of the other matches we saw today, including the Boston Uprising, who came into today trying to keep their Stage 2 win streak alive. But it was the Hangzhou Spark who had other plans. That's right, the Spark came out on Oasis and Crystal for the first time. Just like YXL, got to see the Overwatch League stage, and this man, he went undefeated.
So I was pretty hot on the Hangzhou Spark, but I am going to be honest, I was kind of basing it off of the scrimbucks that I had heard, the whispers, you know, in the winds almost.
After a whole stage of not seeing it, I believe it.
Yeah, everyone bigs up Hangzhou. Every player we speak to says that they're a brilliant team in scrims, and now we finally got a little bit of a glimpse of that.
Well, here's the weird thing though. The teams always talk about them playing DPS comps in scrims, and we didn't even see that much DPS come out from them. I mean, yeah, there's a scattering. They played some Bastion on Oasis, they played some Junkrat.
It's either Spark playing mind games on all other teams, or all the teams playing mind games on us.
They're just trying.
Like, I'm not sure who's winning this one.
But it was kind of strange because Hangzhou looked their best when they had Crystal actually in the lineup.
Yeah.
And you're wondering, okay, so what's the reason that they brought him in today? Have they actually fixed some of the language barriers that perhaps were blocking it previously? Did they just want more DPS from him? Because he is more flexible and powerful, in my opinion, than Adora. But he ended up actually playing majority Brig. But those maps were the ones that they won, and he actually looked pretty decent on Brig. So a complex situation with the Hangzhou Spark throughout this match.
Going into Blizzard World, it was all tied up one apiece, and this is where we expected Boston to do Boston things. They're going to take over the second half and close this one out, right? No, wrong. It's Gods being the Sombra causing problems. You saw all kinds of different compositions coming into play, and ultimately, it was the Spark looking, well, I guess they did find a win here. It was Boston, excuse me, but it was the Spark close.
Yeah,
it was super close, and it wasn't that classic thing that happened in the second half where Uprising come out with a good read of their opponents and dominate. It was very different to the last few matches we've seen from them.
Yes, and I anticipated, honestly, we said at halftime, Josh, I will own up, you know, Boston Uprising, as soon as they took that assault map, we assumed they were going to start heating up coming into the second half. We assumed they were going to start to get the ball rolling. And they did a little bit, but then Junkertown comes about.
The ball popped.
Junkertown is an odd map because it produces some erroneous results. I'm going to be careful with my words there. You know, here and there, they're all over the place. Generally, we saw this in 2018 with the Overwatch League season then, and we're seeing it more so now as well in particular. And then it went to the map 5, and
this was the play of the day. Color Hex with the grab gets killed 3 times in a row trying to get back to the point.
If Color Hex wouldn't have been killed that first time, Boston would have had it.
Yes,
that was their game to win. And I think when those guys went off the stage, you could see it in his face. Like, he knew it.
Yeah.
If you guys
Crystal again here kills both Color Hex and then Kellex in a situation against Zoe where they would have won if he hadn't done that.